Hi, Hastia. Thank you so much for taking the time. Um, I'm interviewing you for a discovery process in a product, and I wanted to grab your great viewpoints and have them documented in this video. Do you have any objection to being recorded and then posted to YouTube?
Not at all.
All
Good to
right.
go.
Good to go. Let's go. For starters, can you give us a bit of background on yourself? How old are you? What do you study? What are you passionate about? What makes Hastia tick?
I'm 17 years old. I'm in grade 11 right now. I am in high school studying one more year to go. Um, I mainly study science-based, so like chemistry, biology. Um, that's the side I am. I want to go into nursing, hopefully, or maybe psychology later on in life for university. That's my goal. I'm aiming to go to university next year. And again pursue something in health, maybe with a minor in psychology because I do really like research and I would enjoy doing so.
That's fantastic. Well done. um,
Thank you.
um, can you talk a bit to your aspiration on professional life that you foresee for future? So, what do you think the next 10 years look like? Is it going to be mainly professional work and the medical industry, or do you have other sides to you that you explore actively in life?
So I kind of want my main goal in the next 10 years or so is to also see the world. So I want to go have an international semester, so go abroad for a semester, and I would love to go backpacking for a few months. So either after I'm done my 4 years of university or in the middle, I really do hope so that I can find somebody where I can go on a backpacking trip with for months and see all sides of the world. And that is my main passion. That is what I'm saving up for. That is what I am kind of planning, already researching, trying to see what's the best way for me to go. Um, at the same time, I do just love, being in my own world, doing my own thing, hanging out, spending time for myself, exploring the city. I'm very much of a outside person. So that's also something I like to do. So that's why I'm very excited for university because I get to meet a lot of new people and I get to explore a different side of life.
Really cool. On the artistic side, do you practice any art creation? Any?
Ooh, not really. I'm not the most creative and artistic person. I used to do art when I was a kid, but didn't stick with me when I grew up.
All right, I remember those days. Can you can you tell us if anything has happened to that side of Hastia? All right, do you, for example, pursue your artistic passions through friends, through social media, and in any way or shape or form are you pursuing that creative side of you?
Um, well, not really because again, like what I focus on is very much like science and proven and studies. So I don't really explore art as much as I used to anymore. Like I don't play music, I don't draw, but um I guess the most artistic I can be is like maybe coming up with ideas for things that I do at school. I have a club at school, so creating that's like creating posters, creating events for people to like to do. That's the most artistic I am.
Creating posters, creating events. That's awesome. Um, and do you still can you first let's expand on that a bit. Do you allocate serious time on those event creations and poster creations, or is this like an on-off thing mostly? Does this happen like say once a week, once a month, once a year?
It's more of a once a month situation because again, my main focus is just on my school, like my workload at school plus my job. And now that exams are coming up, it's just less and less time spent on coming up with things for my club or, for example, for my assignments. It's just more all study based now. So I would say once a month,
Yeah.
maybe twice a month, depending on when it is.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So here is gonna we're gonna take into personal dig into your personal aspects of your life. We're
For
gonna be
sure.
nosy and we're gonna ask personal questions. So
Sure.
um, 6 years ago, I remember that you had aspirations for becoming a TikToker. You remember that? And you were like a very
Uh,
small kid back then.
I mean, it's a great lifestyle if it hits, but it's hard to become one. It takes a lot of courage to be able to post online and not give up and deal with the hate that you get from other people. So, little me was excited, but I that is something that I would not enjoy because growing up, I realized how much being famous is actually suffocating. So that's just that was an old thing. It's just a good luxury life. It is an easy job and an easy way. It's an easy ticket to to a good life,
It's
but
good
very hard to
advertisement.
achieve
It's
it.
good marketing, but the reality of it
Exactly.
is
It's
different.
yes, but the reality is different, but still like it's just there's some good things that come with it, but there's also a lot of negative sides of it. But I think it's a great job for anybody that hits it, but just it's not for me. Not anymore at least.
And what do you think the consensus is amongst your peers, among people in your school, your age? Do you see them actively pursuing like becoming an influencer, becoming a TikToker anymore, or have your generation mass quit that pursuit?
Not I do still see quite a lot of people um actually trying. Like I know a few people in different schools in my school who do like post stuff, post the type of things that gets people views. But for the most part, everybody wants that life, but nobody's actually willing to put in the effort and actually try to post because it takes a lot of courage to do so.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do two things. We're gonna first talk about your social activities, like how they've transformed from the pursuit of being like a famous TikToker, what they are now instead. Then we're gonna gossip about your friends that still do it. Okay. So let's start with you. What do you do in social? Do you have like a close set of friends? Do you still actively post stuff that are interesting for that close set of friends? Do you ever find moments of virality between your I don't know school at any scale?
Well, like my social media activities are pretty like normal. I don't post that much. I have two accounts. I have like my main account. Both are private still, but like my main account, I follow more people that I don't really know. I'm not very close with. And then I have my spam account, which is just my closer friends, not more than like 30-ish people. And it's just everybody that I know, which is where I'm more comfortable to post stuff. So I post just what's on my mind, something that's happening, funny videos, stuff that I don't care about. Because like but then for my other account, barely post on it, and it's just like cute little videos that if I feel like it, if I want to post it, that's like that goes on my main account. I spent most of my time on social media goes on TikTok, and I mainly just watch videos, send them around.
Those two accounts were on TikTok. The right.
TikTok.
Okay.
Instagram, I only have one account, and then I have Snapchat, which is where I talk to most of my friends. So my main way of communication with all my friends is through Snapchat.
All right, that's and in that so from what I'm hearing, the most active account that you post stuff to is your friends and family account, not family even, just friends account of 30 people on
Yeah.
TikTok. That's your
Yes.
main publishing platform at the moment.
And that is also like a once a month event, if any less. I'm not the most like posting person
All
out there.
right, all right. Um, How about Snapchat? Is that a once a month event or is it like twice a day event?
Snapchat is like kind of like difficult to explain because like I snap people on a daily basis, so I send videos to my friends or like I just send long videos, but like as to going and posting on my story where hundreds of people who I have on Snapchat could see it, that I honestly never do. Um I don't really post on Snapchat or Instagram. I'm not a most post person there because I have a lot of people that I actually like I have no idea who they are, don't know on both of those accounts, which is just why I don't post that much.
Got it. Right. Now let's to the gossip part. What do the influencer wannabes do these days?
The influencer wannabes. The girls like the people that I know, it's a few girls that I know who like post get ready with me's and like try on stuff, like order stuff and then they try it on. It's just like very girly stuff that can get them on people's like for you pages. And it's just like videos of talking, which is kind of like what's more in right now, which is what people watch. Personally, I like to watch other people get ready and like they just talk and talk about their day and they just kind of take you along their day with you, which is what is really the like main posting thing is. It's just they take you throughout your day with you, you know? That's the whole thing of it being an influencer. As to guys, it just gets to like I know a lot of people post haircuts. A lot of people do haircuts, so they post that. That's one way. I know a few guys at my school who are pretty famous on their um haircutting accounts, but as the most part, it's just like get ready with me's that people post.
So most content still from like your classmates and your school, even the ones that manage to get famous, are lifestyle activities. It's not
Yes, yes.
nice. On the consumption side, when you're on TikTok or anywhere, first can we break down your consumption breakdown like on
Oh,
how long in a day do you spend on the social platforms and what's the composition? How much of it is on TikTok? How much of it is on Insta?
um, I think I spent around maybe 4 or 5 hours a day on my phone. If I was to count like everything, like my iPad and my laptop or anything, I think it goes up to like 7 or 8 hours. But that is because partially a lot of it is on schoolwork. But then if I'm talking about social media, I think I spend 3 or 4 hours on TikTok on a daily basis, maybe 30 minutes on Snapchat, and I barely go on Instagram, like ever. And the Snapchat I only use to like text people, and that's it. Like I don't use it for anything else. So my like main source of entertainment is Snapchat or just like watch Netflix.
Oh, watch Netflix. How about YouTube? Any time spent on YouTube videos?
YouTube, I went through phases where I would watch a lot of YouTube, but if something interests me, I would go, but like I'm not the type like it's just like it doesn't I don't really go on YouTube to find something to watch. I'm mainly like a show person, so I like to watch shows. That's why I usually just like if I'm looking to watch something for a long period of time, it would be a show on Netflix.
Nice. And now into what type of content is and talk me through your phases. Like, uh, do you are you in the lifestyle stuff that your peers post more, or do you diversify? For example, do you go to podcasts? Do you have specific people that you follow, or just give me a gist of how your surfing of the social verse goes.
Yeah, I am more on the lifestyle like type of content, so just like the main big influencers who take you along the day with you. Like there is obviously like there's a few influencers that I really enjoy, so I'm like constantly just like following up with them, just seeing like, oh, what's happening in their
Can you
life,
drop
see their
names
newest
if you don't
posts.
mind?
Um, names. That's a great question. Not really great. There's the names. They're very like teenage girls, like For example, like Katie Fang. There is this one girl, her name's Anastasia. She lives like a very luxury life, but like she just kind of takes you along with her life, you know. There is um just like teenage influencers, kind of, I don't know that many names because I don't pay too much attention to them. But just like more teenagers, you know, who are similar to how I live, but like they just like to post it. And I think it's very nice to kind of see how other people live their life as well.
So that's the 100% of your social scrolling time. It doesn't any of it like, or is there other things?
Um, I see like shop because like it depends like what I search up at that time. Like I see a lot of shopping videos about products, which is kind of like what the main thing is. They're like influencing you to buy stuff.
True.
Um, so I see a lot of that, or like I see like pieces of podcasts, or if there's any drama going on around social media at that time. Like just a little while ago, actually, it's still pretty much going on. There was a huge um outburst about like like two different influencers who were having drama together, and then other people were getting dragged into us, and that was what I was watching the whole time. I was flooded by all these videos. um there was like 4-hour YouTube videos about it. um I also get like movies, like I get a lot of content about shows and movies that I watch, like edits or just piece like they like snippets of movies being posted, or just like people talking about the shows that I watched. I also get a lot of that. That's pretty much it.
That's really cool. All right. Switching gears a bit, with a goal. I'll get to it. I want to. I'm building something that I want to gauge your interest on it later on. But first, these are like the questions that lead up to that
Hmm.
introduction. Um, can you describe your relationship to me with ChatGPT?
Oh, my best friend.
All right. Get deeper. Tell me all about him or her.
My
I don't know what it is.
absolute ride or die. I don't know how I ever lived without my best friend. I think I am unable to form a sentence anymore without it. Real honestly, use it for my main use of it is just for school. I don't use it for anything else but school. But like, um, any schoolwork, any quick things that I need to get done, put it into ChatGPT. Need help to come up with something, put it in ChatGPT. Need to write an essay, put it in ChatGPT. Everything, everything. I don't necessarily copy and paste from it. I just get my ideas from it, and then I kind of take it from there. Or like if I have a lot of research, or if there's I also use it to study a lot. So like if I don't understand something, if I don't understand the wording of something, I like ask it to explain it to me in like simpler words, or help me study, or make questions based off my notes for me. Um, there's a lot of good things, but it also does a lot of damage because it kind of becomes a you kind of become reliable on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel good though? Do you feel smarter for it? Or do you feel
No,
no? Interesting.
no. Because it's just kind of limiting my abilities because it's an easier way out. So it's just very much limiting how much I can um come up with and how much I can like actually study.
Yeah. Nice take. Yeah. Or if you want to dig into the habits of using it a bit, can you describe to me what your normal chat session looks like? Is it like a one question, one answer, next topic, or do you normally go to follow up prompts? Like your typical chat history, if you look at it, is it one answer, one question, or is it a string of prompts in each chat session?
I want it's a string of things because again, like when I ask it about like to talk about a book that I'm reading, if I'm writing an essay on something, I just need to like ask a bunch of follow-up questions, be like, no, like change the wording, include this, include that, add this quote, delete that quote, don't say this word instead, like include this, don't include that. So it's like a long process to kind of get it to where I want it to be.
Got it. What do you say the average prompt length is in your sessions? Like on average, if you average them up, is it like 200 prompts per chat on average?
Mm, I would say like 50.
50.
Yes.
So it is really dumb. It takes you 50 tries, like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, and that's
Like
five
I would
times.
like it's just like it kind of depends. I would say like 20 to 50. Again, it just like kind of depends on like what I'm doing, but sometimes yes, sometimes just doesn't understand what I needed to do.
Yeah.
So I just have to keep asking and repeating myself and be like, no, this is not it. And
Yeah.
like this way. It just sometimes doesn't get it. Sometimes it takes 5 tries, sometimes it does actually take 50 tries.
Would you describe it as a toxic relationship that the thing is dumb and you constantly hammer it to understand your points?
So I try to be nice to it because um when the robots take over, I don't want to be killed. So I try to be nice. Because I don't want it to hate me. So I try to be nice for the most part, but sometimes it does get very frustrating.
Yeah.
I just can't anymore.
It is pretty dumb still, but it's getting better. Would you say?
It's it's improving. It's improving, you know.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. First it was Snapchat AI. Snapchat also has an AI that I know a lot of people use.
Uh-huh.
So that one comes in handy when you don't know what to like text somebody back for.
Is it integrated? Can you like AI respond with it?
I get. I mean, it's like a normal chat. It's like you are literally in chat with the person. Like you get to customize your AI
Uh,
and like um it's literally like chatting with another person.
got it. All right, back to type of interactions with ChatGPT. Do you have long running sessions, like a thread that you go back to, or like, do you ever use it like as something that you track across days? It's or all those sessions concluded in a single day?
It depends on like what I'm doing with it at the moment. Like if I'm doing an assignment that's taking me like weeks to do it, then yeah, I might kind of like go back on the ones I've done recently, so that way I don't have to re-put in the information that's already there. But most time, I just kind of restart a new one. Sometimes I might go back, but most time I'm like kind of in a rush. I'm just like, no, let's start a new one. Let's get a fresh start. Let's redo it and see what we get this time.
Do you have moments that you're proud of yourself with your prompting techniques? So, oh, look at me. I've prompted the AI in a way that it produced actual useful stuff. So I'm so clever actually at this moment. The AI is dumb. Do you have those moments that you've created a very elaborate prompt and you've got where you wanted to get?
Yeah, uh, sorry. Like I make I put in a lot of information for like if I want something to be properly like done and like I really need it to be like worded properly in a right format. So I put in like a lot of information. So I basically write uh half the paragraph for it and then I send it and I'm just kind of like elaborate on this or like maybe like make it sound more professional or make it sound less professional. So I usually write most of it for it. It just kind of changes the wording for me. But yeah, sometimes I'm just like good, proud of myself.
Yeah. Right. So you do elaborate trumps. This is something that happens. Would you say the frequency of it is happening? How frequent does it happen that, oh, look at this prompt that I just put in? And what is the frequency? Is it once a what?
I would say once every three, I do
3 days.
ish.
Three prompts, once every three prompts. And how
Yeah.
many prompts do you say on average you do on a day?
No, I would say like once every like because like when I start something, like when like for example, I start a new page and I put in my first prompt, like I just like the rest is kind of like the same, you know, the rest is just like short answers telling you to like fix this, fix that. So I would only count like the first prompt that I put in. So I would say like once every, let's just say once every like 2 days.
Okay, got it. Uh, that's very helpful information. Thank you so much. Okay, so the last section of the interview is bridging to the thing that I'm building.
Hmm.
So just as ChatGPT is like the place where you ask the AI stuff and it can generate text in response to your asks, to your questions, I'm looking to create a similar app on the phone that creates with you. So you tell it to create this asset for me. Now my turn. My toddler is screaming at the door. Daddy, let me do my interview. All right. So what when you want to create, say, like a painting, or do you want to create anything, like even like a post? You want to create a post and you want to make it interactive, engaging. This is gonna be the app that helps you create artifacts that you then attach places, either attached to your assignments at school or at work, or mostly, and importantly, as my market entry, I'm thinking of a toolbox for going viral. so,
Hmm.
so if you want to create a content that is clicked by many people, I'm hoping that this app can give you links that are interactive. So if it's a
Hmm.
podcast, two characters that are built upon humans but are not human, are robots, are talking about the subject. But then you, as the listener, can hold on your mic button and start participating in the podcast. So someone on the behind the scene has prompted this podcast episode, the content of it, the general theme of it. But then each user will have a different experience because they can participate. And then at the end of it, it will compile a 15-second video from that unique interaction. So that's the tool, that's the go-to market, and I'm hoping this is something that connects with your generation as well. So don't spare my feelings. Give me your honest take on how do you think about it? What's your initial understanding and assessment of it?
I think it's a great idea. Because is you're just keeping people interactive. I do hope that you're reaching for more than podcasts because as much as people really listen to podcasts, it's not the most popular thing out there. Um, like personally, I can't listen to podcasts because it's just like I get bored because I'm very much of a visual learner. I don't like listening. Um, I like to watch stuff. So maybe like aiming for more than podcasts would be lovely because then you can bring in a broader audience. I mean, for a broader audience, you can bring in more people who would enjoy this app. But I think it's great. I think it can also kind of be used for like school activities, which I think is what most teenagers would want, is something that will help them with their school. So if they have an assignment where they need to, because I do a lot of assignments that I need to record videos for, do podcasts for, do an audio thing for, because it's part of a creative mark. It could come in handy very much. Um, we do interviews a lot depending on the classes. I know business majors do a lot of interviews. Um, could definitely help them there. I think that's a great way to help teenagers my age. They would enjoy it.
You, that's very reassuring to hear. I'm happy that uh, first, you're such a cool generation. You do a lot of
Mm.
building and creation at your age. Like I remember at my age, people were just like zombies, like listening to lectures and dying of a stroke in the middle.
um, there's definitely some zombies here too,
All right.
but it's okay. We're hype. We're live. We're up.
Yeah.
Hopefully we stay up.
Yeah, that's actually a very nice use case that you brought up. Like, would let's talk about specifically Hastia. If there's this AI creative partner app that at each
Hmm.
session, instead of text walls, it generates artifacts for me, downloadable posters, video, voice, whatever, right? Imagine you're designing it, right? You're the designer. You're my boss, right? What do you direct me to program for you, to cook up for you to use?
Well, again, as we talked at the beginning, I'm not the most creative person, so I would ask you to make my posters for me. I would love it if I didn't have to make those posters myself, or if I need to come up with like a creative like activity, maybe I can get posters for that, or just posters for my schoolwork stuff, or just like as you said, like make like a podcast for as a part of my assignment, like a creative podcast. I think that would help me a lot. Like I recently did a similar activity in my English class where um I had to like record something and it was a two-part thing. So I made my mom sit down and do the other part for me. So I could just use it like that. I think that would be also a great use of it.
Podcast was just an example to give you an overview of the interactivity
Yeah.
of it, right? That the users, the audience can jump in and participate in the content. It's not a
Mhm.
one-way content, it's a two-way content. If you were to design the content, and you said that podcasts are boring, and I agree with you, it's like a boomer, Gen X,
Yeah, I
millennial
know.
thing. What type of content that's interactive would Hastia cook up?
Maybe if I was bored, I would ask you to have a conversation with me.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
I would.
uh-huh.
Would ask her to have a full-on conversation. I know my dad would love something like that because he's trying to learn English, so he likes to have conversations. So he loves anything that would like talk back with him and like just like talk about random stuff, politics, just learning stuff, psychology. He's very interested. So I think if it's an interactive thing, there's lots of people who would like that.
In the
I
learning,
randomly
with
yeah, and especially in like language learning, if I don't understand a topic, could I ask it to like have a conversation with me about the topic? That's another great way. There's just because it's interactive, there's just so many ways to go at it.
another question. If it's very good, and as you said, it takes up on the tedious task of editing, of creating that poster. Will something like this, do you think, make you revisit content creation? Not necessarily for going viral, but just for the that creative side of you. If you have an AI entity that works around the clock, even when you're not online, you can give it task and say, "Have it ready by tomorrow when I come back." And but you're seeding the ideas, like create a painting that's like Mona Lisa but better. Would you pick up on that creative side of yours, or what do you see yourself using a product like this some other way?
Um, I don't have too much interest in creative stuff, so I don't think I would use that aspect of it. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people who would love that because I know a lot of my friends who do like getting their ideas. Like there's like Chat Illustrator, but it is terrible. It takes so long and it never turns out how you want it to. So I know there's a lot of people who would enjoy that stuff, but again, I would mainly just use it for learning and my schoolwork because that is the main thing that I use AI for in the first place.
That's perfect. So professionally, whatever profession,
Yes.
which at the time is school, you will use it. You won't. You don't want to waste time. You want to get stuff done.
Yeah, I need to get stuff done. I have places to be, things to do,
Yeah, yeah,
things to hand in sooner,
yeah.
beds to sleep in.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So I think we covered everything on my checklist. Do you have any questions for me? Anything that occurs to you that during what you heard you think would be worth being recorded and left for future generations to hear the wisdom of us?
No, I'm good, but I think it is an amazing thing that you're coming up with.
Yeah, hoping so. Yeah, it would only be amazing due to these interviews because these help shape the product. So I'll take this. I'll use my own AI friends to understand you more, and in collaboration with people and AIs, we will try to extract your knowledge and make it a product.
Yes, I'm glad to help.
Very much appreciate. Thank you so much
Of
for your time,
course.
and
Good luck with everything. I hope that it hits off.
thank you so much. Have a
Have a
great
great
rest of
night.
the night. Cheers.
You too. Enjoy.